excited about this one. This is the MacAir air pumper by Rugged Radios. I can't believe how small the unit is. They claim it can push a lot of air. So with the unit itself, you get the air pump, the filter, hardware mounting kit, the pre-filter. It comes with a variable speed switch, and then your wiring harnesses, and then your two hoses. I bought the magnetic connectors, so it makes getting in and out of the vehicle a lot easier. When it's not in use, there's a rubber plug that I had to buy separate. It comes with the hose to go to the helmet. Then the Scotch mounts to mount it to my upper roll bar and to bolt it in place so it can't move. We also have, they call them R wraps, but they're cable wraps. But for going to this hose, you really don't want to use zip ties. You want something a lot softer so it doesn't cut into it with the vibrations. So if you run into a lot of dust, this is what you're supposed to do. It gets you fresh air into your helmet. I got a really bad sinus infection. I'm still coughing up lumps of dirt and dust, so I think I got it really bad. I had a really bad sinus infection, and that really what drove this purchase. Dust masks are a pain in the butt to wear. You know, if it isn't real dusty, then a dust mask is probably all right. But if this thing works like it's supposed to, and I'll do an update review this summer to tell you if I really like it. But for now, this was the direction that my buddy and I chose to go. Do not want to go through the dust. So let's get going. All right, installation is pretty easy. I've already chose to mount it up here. I have a 4-seater. I'm putting it, the bar right behind the driver and passenger seat. We've already did this in my buddy's Pro R, so it's pretty straightforward. I took the roof loose so you can pick it up. There's a foam strip under here that don't want to put holes in. There's a bolt right in the center, so you know where center is. Yep, smaller clamps would have been really nice. So I'm just going to mount that up there a minute. All right, I got the unit tightened down. I put my first clamp up here around the tube. I have got my magnetic mount. That just slides up on it. I can install the bolt. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Push until it clicks. And I would just orientate it so it looks accessible above the passenger seat. And you just tighten it down. All right, the next step is to wipe out the end of the hoses and the connections on the unit with some alcohol. That gets rid of any greases and oils. Do the end of the hose too. Before you stick it on there. That makes the hoses grip. Anything else on there and they slip right back off. So, all right, this is kind of like a force fit. They don't want to start very easily. There's a possibility that I might have to warm up the ends. But I got it. So there's one. Grab the other one. Same thing. Slide them up there as far as you can get them. And I know it looks a little funny with the hoses hanging there, but we'll clean that up here in just a minute. Alright, just like the passenger side, I've got the clamp path. I lift it up the roof and you slide it in. And I'm on top of that bracket. So it's got to come back. There we go. Then we just stick our thing on until we hear the clicks. And she's on solid. Then I can put the bolt in and tighten it up. I'll get the nut up there without dropping it. Then when it's tightened up, we'll just run the hose to it. And then I'm going to pull it right back to the frame here. I have a bolt. I don't know if you can see that. There's one on each side. I've got to shorten it. So I'll remove the bolt off and I'm going to cut it off with a cutoff wheel and then clean the end back up so it won't be protruding down. And then the R-wrap will hold all the excess hose against this brace here and nothing can droop down. So that makes a pretty clean install. It worked out real good on my buddy's Pro R. So I liked how it turned out. And I can do the exact same thing on my Turbo R. Alright, I've shortened the bolt. Pretty simple. Then because the roof is loose, should be loose, I just slide it up. And I can slide a couple of these, they call them R-wraps. They're just cable wraps. Nothing fancy. The hard part is getting it under that foam that they've got on the roof so it doesn't vibrate. Like I showed you, we just hook it up, make it come back, and we'll stick one to hold these two together too, so it will be held up there. I need to put one over here too. That's easier said than done. There. That's a lot better. And we'll do the other side. I have to run the electrical yet. So we'll quick go around the other side and show you what I did. I just ran a number 12 gauge wire up through the hole and fished the other end out here just like I did the windshield wiper and my top light wire. So it comes out here. The Pro R has a hole way back here by your tube. The Turbo R's do not. I don't want to drill any more holes in the cage, so just getting it up to this point I think is a big help. Then you don't see it down here by your windshield, and then it can be all tucked up and zip tied into place. And then once that's in place, then I can put the other hose on and tie it up. So, all right, this next step is take this connector apart. Don't be intimidated by it. It's pretty simple to do. You just pry off the back part. One side snaps off, the other one snaps off. Just like that. Inside here are some catches. I use a really small screwdriver. And hopefully I can keep you in frame. I do not have my camera guy. But I just run the flat around until it finds the catch. And then it pulls right out. And all they are little prongs. You don't want to pull too hard, you pull gentle, and you just kind of rotate the screwdriver around until it pushes them in. If you actually have the pushing tool, then you're a step farther than me, but it don't take much, and it doesn't seem to damage them. That one I'm not getting it to go around. And there they are. You will carefully attach all three of them to the bottom of the pull wire and pull them up through. As long as you have the correct connector that connects to the fan, and you pull up, everything will come out like it's supposed to. So I gotta grab some electrical tape, and I will tape this on very carefully, and we will pull them up the tube. All right, hopefully I don't drop you guys. My GoPro is kind of unstable, but I just carefully, size makes a big difference. You want to make this as small as you can for it to work. And I know they've got these big rubber things on the end, so we're going to attempt to just squeeze them down. It's attached. Hopefully that's not too big of a package. Make sure I get some wire out. You just carefully slide it in there. Gently pull on the other side. Don't want to pull too hard because you don't want to pull your pull wire out. And then just like that, if you can see it. probably not very good, but it came right out. Then I just got to pull some extra and reattach my plug, and we'll be back in business. Make sure you keep track of where the colors are in that plug socket so that it can be put back together correctly. That would be most beneficial. All right, we're back at the dash. I have run into a little bit of a snag. The switch that they give you, variable speed switch with the cutout, does not fit into the dash at all. It is taller than the recess, so it will not fit down in and let the barbs catch, because it's trying to grab something that's like 3/8 of an inch thick. So I don't have much of a choice but to do something different, and I'm guessing for now, didn't really want to cut a hole in my dash, but I have a spot for a switch next to my horn and hazard, and it's only a single layer of plastic, so if I'm careful and cut it out, I think it'll fit in there all right. Just hate to do that on a brand new machine. I've taken one of the blanks. I drilled 4 holes tightly into the corners. I put a piece of tape, fold it over so it's double-sided, and I'm going to carefully center it up, and I'm going to drill the 4 corners out with that bit size, and then I'm going to go a slightly bigger drill bit, re-drill them out. That should give me the 4 corners of my cutout, and then I can carefully cut the rest of the switch hole out to match and file it to fit. We'll see how it goes. All right, with a little patience, a vibrating saw, and like I said, I drilled the 4 holes on the outside, and then a little bit of filing, you should end up with something that just snaps in the dash, don't come out. It's actually a nice spot for it. Turned out perfect. All right, trial fit of the helmet. Got the magnetic release right up here. It hooks right up. I seem to have plenty of movement. I think I'd call this a success. Thanks for watching.